always the family. It's always the family. Hey everyone, it's Yvette from Gleaming with Evie. I'm a licensed esthetician here in Los Angeles, California, doing facials, lashes, and brows. That's what this channel is all about. So if you're into any of that, make sure to subscribe down below so you can see a lot more of my work and a lot more of what it's like to be an esthetician. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about something that I'm sure a lot of beauticians deal with, and honestly, just anyone dealing with clients, you know, especially first-time clients. Some people just get really bad anxiety because they don't know what the service is going to be like. They don't know what to expect. They're nervous of like the outcome and stuff. And so this is just going to be a video of like how to approach that, what to do in these circumstances, things that have helped me, and things that my clients have expressed that they're just like very grateful that I did and made them feel comfortable. So let's go ahead and get into that. But before we do, make sure to subscribe down below so you can see a lot more content like this, and give this video a thumbs up. Let me know I'm doing something good over here. So my very first tip is going to be to let your client know what you're doing. Honestly, like especially if you're doing lash artists and they have their eyes closed, a lot of people are like, what is going on right now? What is she doing? And so when you explain to them like, okay, you know, like it's your first time, you obviously do their consultation first, and once they're actually laying down with their eyes closed, it's like, I'm about to wash your lashes, you know. But just let them know, you know, in a very calm voice, very chill, very like relaxed. Just let them know, like, okay, so I'm gonna start off by washing your lashes real quick. You know, I'm gonna put on some shampoo, and then okay, like I'm about to just clean them real quick with a little brush, and then take this time to actually educate them. Tell them like, you're gonna have to be washing your lashes every single day, at least once a day, and what you're gonna want to do is make sure, you know, let them know how to wash their lashes. Go down, go around the eye, you know, make sure to pat it dry, whatever. But right before you put that water on, you want to let them know like, okay, I'm about to squirt some water on you. And I always ask, is the water too hot? Is it okay? You know, because sometimes I like things a little too hot, and yeah, not all my clients do. My mom is the one that's always like, that's hot. No one else complains. She does. It's always the family. It's always the family. Anyway, so yeah, let your clients know. Just walk them through everything. Same thing if you are doing a facial on them, which is honestly very beneficial when you're talking them through what you're doing and why it is you're doing, because you're educating your client, you're letting them know what products you're using on them, and you're letting them know why you chose these products for them. Why is it going to be helping them? And so that already starts the retail process, where, you know, it's like, ooh, like that product sounds interesting and it's gonna help my skin, like, like, and if you have it for sale, you can be like, yeah, so this is the cleanser I used on you. I highly encourage you to use it. So this is an opportunity not just to make your clients feel comfortable, to show your knowledge as well, but also to make a sell. Make a sell, which is not what we're always here for. But you know, when the opportunity arises, you just got to take advantage of it. You got to take advantage of like that education part to your client, to let them know that you're someone that they can trust, but also to let them know that you're someone that knows what you're doing, and they're in good hands. You know, they're not just with someone who's just trying to make a quick buck off of them. So that is my first tip. Definitely walk them through what it is that you're doing. Obviously, it's not the same because sometimes they're just like, well, I need to be able to see. But you know, if you're doing their lashes, they just don't open your eyes. Do not open your eyes. So just talk them through, keep them calm, talk in a nice low voice. If you're calm, they're gonna be calm. Same thing with your pets. If you're calm, your pet is calm. If you're freaking out, your pet starts freaking out, you know? But anyway, that's my first tip. Another thing you can do is get them a little stress ball. Do I have one back here? Yes, I do. Get them a little stress ball. Now, Life is so cute. I have like a few of these because they always send them to me, and well, when I order from them, and so I do use them with my clients, and I find them very helpful, especially with those clients that actually suffer with anxiety. I'm always like, you know, you notice they tense up, they start trying to find something to grab onto. Do you want a stress ball? I have one. I have two actually. You know, and so they knock out, well, at least the one that I have, the one I could think of off the top of my head, because I have had a few clients with anxiety, but the one I could think of off the top of my head, she uses this and she doesn't knock out right away, but at some point she does, and she always tells me like, thank you for giving me the stress ball when it was happening, because I needed something like that. Another thing that helps is having my little fan. Now, obviously, when you fan them, I have one that's like, which this wasn't on my list. I just thought about it because I saw it right now. But I have one on my ring light, and I always set it right next to them on the bed. And so what that does when I'm lashing them, sometimes I just turn the fan on, not while I'm lashing them, but when I prime them and stuff, or when I'm sealing them, just so I don't have to be hovering around with the fan. But anyway, if it gets to a point where they're like, hey, like I can't breathe, it's like, hold on, I'll turn the fan on for a little bit so you can, but please don't open your eyes. You can keep your eyes closed, keep them closed, you know? But that's always gonna help. They're gonna feel like they're getting some air blown on them. And so it helps, you know, it helps. So that wasn't on my list, but definitely we added it to the video because it helps. So if you can get yourself one of those little fans, something that you can just clip onto like a light, or that you can have standing next to you, a little tiny thing, just so they can, or even just use your lash fan. But again, I just don't like it's the hands-free, you know, like give me something that I don't have to hold. But that wasn't my tip. Stress ball was my tip. Get a stress ball, order from Liftbay if you haven't, so you can get some for free from them. But yeah, stress ball helps. Talking them through what you're doing every step, it always helps. This next tip I actually learned from my mom, because in the very beginning I was so happy. I was like, oh my god, I get to play whatever music I want. I could like listen to my EDM, because you know, you girl's a raver. I was like, I could listen to my EDM and have my own little rave back there, you know. And yeah, I was doing my mom's lashes and we were listening to, and it's not even like hardcore or anything like that. It was something just very upbeat, very like, you know, you want to dance. My mom was like just not chill. And I don't know why she wasn't chill, but she was just like, you know, just on edge. And she was like, oh, what's that? And it was like some random noise outside. And I'd be like, I don't know, like a car or something, you know. And then she, like, everything was just had her jumpy. And so I was like, you know, I think it might be the music. So I started playing something a little more slow. And yeah, everyone knocks out now with the music that I play here. Everyone falls asleep with the music that I play in here. But there are some people that even with the music, their mind is just like rushing. So what I do is I'll play them a podcast, and I always ask, like, is there something you want to listen to? And then most of the time they're like, oh, no, I'm okay. But if I notice that, I always ask them, like, do you want to listen to a podcast? Because usually when you have a story to listen to or someone talking, you'll focus on that. And I don't mind talking, but if I'm lashing you, I really need you to do the talking, and I can just like barge in when I want to. But for the most part, like, I don't want to be the one doing the talking, because I'm focused already on what I'm doing. Like, even listening to you, it's like I'll pick up on certain things, but I'm not really fully there because I'm focused on your lashes, you know? So if I could have someone else entertain them while I do this, it's even better, which a podcast is fine, because they'll just they'll put in their opinion when they want to, but most of the time people are just quiet listening, and then at the very end they're like, oh my god, that was intense, or you know, whatever. And yeah, we'll talk about it then, and then another podcast starts, and then we'll go back to being quiet. And so playing a podcast really helps. Definitely figure out what they're interested. Obviously a lot of people right now are into murder podcasts, so that's always like something you can go to. But also, like, just ask them, like, or maybe you could even have it in your intake form, just like, what podcast do you like to listen to? And so take note, and when they come in, you could be like, oh, we can listen to this, you know. That is my other little tip on how to deal with a client who has anxiety, or is just like a little bit anxious, first time client, whatever, just any anxious client. That's another tip. And then my last and final tip for dealing with someone with anxiety is, honestly, just give them time. If they are just really like, yo, like, I cannot lay here a second longer, it's like, okay, like, let me just get this off your face real quick, and I can give you a little break, but I would like to finish the service. And most of the time, like, it only takes a couple of minutes of them just sitting up. Sometimes they don't even need to open their eyes. So like, that's happened to me, and I offer them water, you know, and I'm just like, look, I stretch in the meantime. It's like, you know, like, we're doing a little break in, like, let's just go ahead and stretch. And they're very like apologetic, and I'm just like, dude, like, it's okay. It's okay. Personally, I always give myself 15 minutes before and 15 minutes after each service. You just never know what's gonna happen. You never know. Your client might want to talk about products that you're selling. She might have gotten here a little late and now you're falling a little behind, or this happens, or one of them had to use the bathroom really, really bad. They just couldn't hold it and they had to ask you for it. And it's like, of course, like I can't tell you no, like those teachers used to do to us when we were children. So definitely, if it just comes, but leave that to the last option. Give everything else a try, and if it's just nothing has worked, let's just be like, okay, it's okay, like you can take a break, like don't worry, it's okay. And then give them a little space, give them some time, give them some water, turn on the fan for them, like whatever it is that's going to make them feel comfortable, just give them that. But definitely let them know that you still want to finish the service, so to like you understand what's going on, but whenever they're ready they can lay back down. And most of the time, yeah, it's going to be less than 5 minutes and they'll lay back down, and then it should be fine. It should be fine. If you really, this has never happened to me. If you really cannot continue going with the service, I guess stop. But personally, like all these other things that I do have helped me, and I've never had to stop the service halfway because their anxiety just got the best of them. And I do have clients. I have 3 off the top of my head that actually deal with anxiety and get medically treated for it. And when this happens, I just take these steps and it works. I have never had to like be like, okay, like do you want to just come back another day when you're feeling better? Like I've never had to do that. We push through together. They're not on there alone. So anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. If you've dealt with any clients with anxiety, please let me know down below what tips you give other people or other beauticians to deal with people who have anxiety and are in your treatment room or in your chair. And yeah, if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll be seeing you guys on the next one. Bye.